Hey guys, welcome to this second dev vlog. I know it's been a long time, but we were working on the game itself. So this is going to be some sort of a catch-up. We worked and have a lot of stuff to mention. So let's go. So the very first thing that you might have not seen is this the loading screen we just saw. So yeah, we have a loading screen now. Let's explain this window, which is going to be the view of the city. In the city, since you're going to start by buying a land or renting a land and potentially just selling coffee off a cheap and shitty booth or kiosk. Not looking like this. This is a small shop, but this is a test scene. But it's gonna look like this, and you're gonna start by just buying a little shit shack, and you're gonna start selling coffee. Later on, you're gonna be able to improve that your land and improve your building and rent a nicer building, maybe other buildings in here. I'll see, but for now, this is how it's gonna look like. And yeah, so you're gonna need to sell coffee to be able to afford different price tags, and you're gonna be able to upgrade. And later on, if this game works and we have people playing it and stuff, and we want more content, it might be possible that you could go in different buildings to do different things, such as buying grains or beans or buying equipments and whatnot. Who knows? So you click there for now, since it's just a placeholder. And the very first thing that is new that we've been changing is the controller. Now it's a full first-person controller, so you can move, look around. So yeah. Before, if you watched the first dev vlog, it was locked on 2 axes. You could just move left, right, and use the mouse. You couldn't look up and down and do all of this. So yeah, so there's this, and since it's a first person, obviously you're able to move around, look outside, and do different things. Do not look at the lighting or the shading or anything like this, because this is just a placeholder. You can see there's missing textures and stuff. The final coffee shop might not even look anything like this. This is just a test scene for us, so do not judge, please. Yeah, so the first person controller, this is what you can do. You can pick up pretty much everything that is gameplay, objects, and click on things and move things around. Yeah, so you could organize your things and put that there if you wanted and stuff like this. Irrelevant for now, but you can. Yeah. So that's the very first thing. The second thing that we worked on is this panel that you see here that shows you what you're looking at and different properties. So you can see for now this is just a drip pot, and it can contain 900 mils of whatever you put in it. We didn't do this panel for everything. It's still work in progress, but obviously this would say like whole bean bag, and then it'd say the different things such as the origin of the coffee and stuff like this. I've been working on a script here, and so it would list potentially all of this, so the amount of coffee in there left, what state it is. There's even the origin of the coffee, so this one would be an Ethiopian coffee. There's the variety of the coffee. I don't know if it's possible that an Ethiopian SL34. This is different varieties of coffees that exist in real life, and the process at which the coffee was managed. So there are different processes to remove the coffee beans from the fruit, from the cherry, and so they're here, the altitude at which the coffee was harvested and picked, gathered, and it's roast type, because if you don't know, in coffee you can roast at different temperature or different temperature at which the coffee is going to taste different. And so you have the very lightest roast, and then you have the medium dark and the very black dark roasts for espressos and stuff like this. So all of this info would be listed here very soon, but we are still working on this. What does this panel show you? It shows you a bunch of stuff, such as what it's in this container actually. So you can see now it's water, it's brown. It's not the water is dirty. It's just we didn't work on the the color changing. It's something we're gonna do, obviously. But you can see there is 131 mils of water at 13 degrees Celsius in this drip pot. And obviously I could empty that. That looks like coffee now, but it's water. Yeah, so let's put that back here. There we go. Same thing with this, the kettle, or everything you're gonna collect, the cup as well. Same thing with it, what's inside and stuff like this. Another thing that we worked on a long time ago, but I didn't mention it, is the temperature physics, or the temperature code, temperature behaviors and functionalities of everything. So as you can see right now, the temperature of this water is 12 degrees Celsius. And what I've been working on is a script that takes the actual physics, like true physics from real life, like math functions, at which the temperature is changing based on the volume. So for instance, if I have something, well, first of all, you can see that this is changing to room temperature slowly. And the reason why it's moving slowly to room temperature is because the volume, there's a lot of water in here. But if I would to reduce the amount of water in here, then it would go to room temperature way quicker. You might not be able to see that now, but it does. That's because there are less water, so it's easier to move that temperature up or down. So that's something that I worked on, and at the moment it's not really useful, but it is going to be useful. For instance, if we have a hotter coffee, or a hotter, I shouldn't say coffee, a hotter anything, a hotter beverage or drink or just liquid, I'm just gonna heat that up. Okay, this is not heatable because it's a auto heater. I forgot this is how you heat that up. So you can see now this is heating up. That's fine. This is not physics based, it's just heating up. And I'm gonna heat that up to a higher temperature, assuming this is fine. And where that could be useful is that if you mix different temperatures, is going to consider the volume. So as you can see, since I only have since I only have 95 mils of water in here, it's changing way quicker than if I had more. So if I add just a little bit of this, I think this is at 12 degrees Celsius water, you're going to see that it changes faster. While if I had a lot of hot water, which I'm going to show you after, so now I reach the room temperature very fast, and then a cooler temperature. But if I heat that up, again, the heating up process is not physics based, and it's fine. It's a video game. It's a simulation, but I don't want to go too far in simulation. I want it to still be fun somehow. So anyway, so the heating process, you can see now for the same temperature almost as what we had before. If I add cold water to this, it's gonna change slower than what it did before. Now it's almost full though. Anyway, so that's one thing. So the canvas here, or the panel, is going to show you different things for many things, not only liquids but solid as well. So you can see this is a filter basket where you put coffee grounds. So I can take coffee grounds, for instance, put that there. There's 5, 10, and here you go. There's 10 grams of coffee. We also have the grinder here that I can use to pour coffee. There you go. As you can see, this is shitty right now. I just put like one particle in here and it's just filling the coffee a lot. We're gonna fix that, obviously. The reason why is because now we're working with particles. So every single particle, like the one grain of one bean of coffee, carries a script on it that has his state, so either it's a solid or liquid, and its temperature and stuff like this. and it's just buggy because when it collides with things, it triggers many many times the script and the function in our script. So it's just not very stable. So we're changing that at the moment. It's not gonna be particle based anymore. Anyway, so you add whole grains, why do I say grain? Whole beans in here, and you grind that, and it's giving you coffee grounds based on what the slider here is at the moment, is at coarse. If I increase it here, it's going to be fine, which I don't want at the moment. The reason why is because the second thing we've been working on is this thing where you're going to be able to, it's like the menu. You're going to be able to do many things. You're going to be able to manage your store and order things from the store, manage your shop by ordering new machines, new coffee. Since this one is empty, I could order new coffee, new equipment, new anything, a new grinder because this one is shitty. But yeah, so you could order different things. You're gonna be able to see the recipes. So at the moment I'm trying to make black coffee, so I put some coffee grounds in here. It says instant coffee, but that's temporary. So I put some coffee grounds in here, and if I don't remember how much water I need to put in it to have a good ratio, a good extraction, I can go to the recipes, and I made some little icons that are more visual, and the proper ratios from actual recipes in real life or close to. And so for a dripper, this is a dripper here, a machine. It's for each gram of coffee you put 16 milliliters of water. And so at the moment I don't see the amount of water I'm putting in. We're gonna add a panel like these panel when you drag. So now I would need to put 160 milliliters of water to have a good extraction. I need you. Yeah, so that's gonna be it, and then you're gonna be able to start brewing. And again, you can see the particles when they touch this, they add coffee. This is something that we don't want in the future. We want to change all of this to something a little bit better, and we're gonna do that. And yeah, so as you can see, we have coffee now. It says black coffee, and I could pour that and stuff like this. Another thing is we have on the top left here orders. So people are gonna come in through here, go to the cash register, order. You're gonna see your order in the top right, top left, and you're gonna have to do the recipe either to go, to stay in a large or medium or small cup. And yeah, there you go, none. That's great. So this is none, and then you'd put that there, and you come here and you'd press the button. At the moment I don't know why it doesn't work. I'll fix this, but you need to use the mouse. So sell, and there you go. So I would sell this coffee to this guy. He would be happy, the order would go away, you would leave or stay or whatever, and that's it. You can see on the top right there's also money that you're gonna have, the amount of followers, because I'll explain this in another vlog, and the current time of the day. Yeah, so everything you're gonna order is gonna check if you have enough space, and if you do, it's gonna get delivered here as a parcel, and then you're gonna be able to open it. At the moment you can't, and then you're gonna have your new device or equipment or whatever you ordered, and you're gonna be able to move it and place it and use it. So that's something. And yeah, you're gonna be able to do different business stuff, check your calendar and the past days, what you've been doing in terms of money, check your recipes, like I said, and stuff like this. So this is a new thing we've been adding, is your little kind of iPad kind of thing. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, I would explain a little bit more, but this video is gonna get too long, so I'll explain more in the next video. So if you're interested and would like to follow this the process or the progress of this game, you can follow. I'll put links in the description, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, so thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.